going to talk about some of the things that affect modern society. And in this segment today, I'm going to talk about pollution. So, as I start, pollution, I'll start by the definition, whereby pollution is anything that causes disruption and causes harm to living organisms, and it can be in various forms, whereby there are different forms of pollution, such as air pollution, soil pollution, water pollution, sound pollution, and light pollution. I'll briefly go through defining each type of pollution. Then I'm going to major on mostly on garbage pollution that affects our modern society, especially in Africa as a continent and Kenya as a country in general. So, so I'll start off with air pollution, whereby whereby is caused mainly by emissions of gaseous pollutants, mainly from vehicles, industries, agriculture, and burning fossils. Um, yeah. So some of these pollutants can be carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, or any particular matter that violates the organic compounds in the air. So, and it can be released in the atmosphere, whereby it causes harm to the air that people breathe in, which leads to respiratory diseases, um, and climate change. So next I'm going to talk about water pollution, whereby water pollution is usually caused by industrial waste, sewage discharge, agricultural runoff, and oil spills, mostly oil spills that contaminate the waters, e.g., mostly the oil spills that are located in oceans, whereby it affects the organic life forms of the oceans and the animals and the marine animals in the oceans. And usually, it doesn't only like jeopardize the marine organisms, the marine atmosphere, and marine animals. It also affects us, like humans, and it can lead to various types of diseases such as cholera, typhoid, um, and this is usually caused through like consumption of contaminated water. Yeah. Next, I'm going to talk about soil pollution, whereby this is really caused by chemical pollutants made mostly from harmful fertilizers, um, yeah, and some industrial activities that they can cause sewage that is released to the soil, hence by affecting the health of soil and the organisms that lives in soil, hence leading to the soil pollution. Yeah, and it can cause health issues to people who take foods that are grown in contaminated soils, and it can lead to health risk and maybe death. The next one I'm going to talk about is noise pollution, whereby this is excess noise released from various objects, various industrial activities, various vehicles, i.e., through traffic. It mostly occurs in urban areas, whereby it can be sourced from, like vehicles, industrial activities, machine runs, during construction. There can be noise pollution, and it usually disrupts the ecosystem, and it usually causes stress to people and to animals that live within that vicinity. Yes. So I'm going to major on a specific type of pollution, whereby it's garbage pollution. And as I start the definition, I'll say the causes, the solutions, the effects, and all that. So, what is garbage pollution? Garbage pollution is also known as solid waste pollution, whereby it's a very significant challenge in the modern society, and this refers to the accumulation of solid waste in the environment, whereby it includes like landfills, oceans, rivers, and streets, and it poses serious serious threats to the human health, animal health, and the ecosystem as a whole. Yeah. So this garbage pollution is usually driven by the increase in population of people in urban areas, and the industrialization caused by humans in these urban areas, and the unsustainable consumption patterns by the humans. So we'll dive into the various aspects of garbage pollution. Yeah. So the various types of garbage pollution, i.e., there is like the industrial waste. This is produced by manufacturing processes and construction activities and industrial facilities, and it's often containing hazardous substances such as chemicals, heavy metals, and sometimes toxic metals. The next step is electronic waste, whereby we know is as e-waste, whereby this is where electronic devices that are not useful anymore to people are discarded, and these appliances are also discarded in various aspects of the environment, and this can include like refrigerators, laptops, phones, um, any type of electronic machine, and it usually